Hi, welcome to Friday Framework. Today's framework is based on a concept from James Clear's book called Atomic Habits. The concept that we're going to be looking at today is called marginal gains. And it's all about how you can do small things incrementally, and eventually it will really have a big impact in the long run. So the book initially kind of looks at the British cyclist team, and when Dave Brailsford took over as a coach, he looked at obviously wanted to improve their performance. From 2008, I think it was, to kind of 2003, the British cyclists had only won one gold medal. There were even stories about how some of the really major bike suppliers or cycling suppliers wouldn't actually supply them because they didn't want to be associated with the team. And what Dave Brailsford did was he looked at what all the small incremental changes could be. And so he obviously looked at the seats and the gels and the cycling hats and all the kind of normal things that you would expect someone to look at. But he also looked at other things that you might not have expected. So he got someone in to teach them how to wash their hands properly so that they were less susceptible to catching a cold. They painted the inside of the trucks white so that they could pick up any specks of dust. And the result of all this work and all these marginal gains was that the British cycling team won over 60% of the medals at the Beijing Olympics. So it really did demonstrate how small changes over time can really build up to a big, significant impact. So it's really the principle of the tiny margin of improvement in everything that you do. So it's just thinking about what are the small little things that you can do every day to make it marginally better at the time that you might not notice there and then, but it will have a significant impact in a month, 2 months, 3 months, in a year's time. So 1% better each day of the year results in 37.78% times better in a year. He also speaks about the never miss twice principle. So, we're all human. And so let's say, for instance, you set yourself a goal of running 4 times a week and you miss one day running. You've just got to have that principle of never miss twice. So you've missed the one day, get over it, but don't miss another day. So think about how you might want to use the never miss twice principle. I thought I'd just share some ideas of the marginal gains. So if we looked at new patients, let's say you currently get about 500 new patients in a year. If you were just to get 1% better, you'd get 505 in a year. If you got 3% better, you'd get 515. And that's not a huge jump. And there shouldn't be much that you need to do to make that happen. If you treat 2,000 patients over a year, if you've just got 1% better, you'd be treating 2,020. If you got 3% better, you'd be treating 2,060. If your fee, as an example, was £50 per session, if you increased it by 1%, you'd earn an extra £1,000 per annum. If 3%, you'd earn an extra £3,000 per annum. And if you looked at your expenses on the other side, if your overheads maybe cost you £50,000 in the year, if you just saved 1%, you'd save £500. And if you saved 3%, you'd save £1,500. You can look at it in your exercise activities as well. So if let's say you're running and you want to improve your PB for your 5K, let's say you're running it at 30 minutes at the moment. If you just got 1% better, you'd shave 18 seconds off your 5K run. And if you got 3% better, you'd shave 1 minute and 4 seconds. And how lovely if you're aiming to break that 30 minute, or even for those really energetic guys out there, who are wanting to break 20, how wonderful is it when you get that much better and you just see it says 18 minutes something, or 28 minutes something. It really is it can motivate you to do more. And actually, you don't need to do a lot to start seeing those incremental changes. So I hope that this Friday framework has helped you, and I would love to hear from how you use marginal gains. Take care. Bye for now.